In this lesson, we're going to expand upon what the previous lesson did. In the previous lesson, we took a layout and exported it as a PDF file. We're going to do that same command as part of the script we're going to show you for this lesson, but then we're going to expand on that with some other exports. So there's lots of exports that we can do. We're going to only show 3 different exports, but if you do some research, you'll see that there are several other formats that you can export data. So let's bring up our script. So here you can see our script, and if you look at it, you're going to find that the first 4 lines of it is the same script as was in the previous lesson. But let's just review that real quick. We import ArcPy and we import the operating system. Since we're working with a project file, we know we're working with a project file because we can look at the extension. We need to use the ArcGIS project command, and we're creating a variable called project, and then we're going to create another variable called layout, which is going to be only the first element, the first layout that we have. That's what we're going to be looking at here. So this layout will be the first layout we have. I believe in this particular example we have only one layout, but it is the first layout that we have. And then we see in the 4th line there how you export to a PDF. And so this was all done in the prior lesson. But now what we're going to do is export that same exact layout, but we're going to export it as a PNG. So we give the complete pathway again, just as we did on the previous export. But the difference now is we are giving it a resolution. So the 600 stands for 600 DPI. So that's a reasonable layout for most things that you're going to use. It may be too high resolution for some other things that you're going to use. So you can see that we've exported a PNG file. The next line is another export command, and it's going to export a TIFF file. It's the same pathway, except the file name is different because it's got a TIF extension instead of having the PNG extension or the PDF extension that we looked at before, and we have a different resolution that we've given to it. So we can export in the same format, so we could export 3 PDFs all with different resolutions to them. We could export a PDF and a PNG and a TIFF like we did here with different resolutions for different purposes. One might be to put in a PowerPoint presentation, one might be for a poster, another might be for a website. So instead of having to go through multiple manual exports, we can do it in just a very few lines of script. Now, if we used really good naming convention, we could probably do it as a looping statement with a for loop, and we could do this same type of thing and export into multiple different formats, again using good naming convention. So you could potentially shorten this script. So this is how you export multiple files that are static at the same time.